So anyway, now that we have our habitual, now this is starting to look like just there's not really much. I feel like that's justified. I don't know if that's justified. I'm not sure. I will be. Okay, so anyway. Future imperfective. Actually, the future just might not make any distinctions at all. And then the present imperfective. I feel like that might just be the same as the present. I run, I am running. So we switch these places. Oh. Okay. I like this little system. Google. Thank you. Now, if the imperfective, though, is just marking the cessative, so maybe we should split this again. I mean, I don't know. I liked it, but what does that really convey, though? I think this just kind of has to be an imperfective. Yeah, and I'm not sure about the cessative. Maybe we should just evolve it later. I don't know, I feel like I like the cessative. I'm keeping it. Okay. So now we can stop all this doodling ideas, and we can actually get some forms for these. So 5 more rows. We're not marking for person, so we don't need to worry about person markers ruining our day. So this is what our marking is going to look like. So then we just need these 4 affixes: the past, future, imperfective, and habitual. So now we can finally get our first words. Yay. Lexical sources, so. Okay, so the imperfective, I think that usually derives from a locative. Alright, we need a verb for to stand. I want to use our low back vowels for this. I also want a long vowel. Maybe something like that. That looks like it should mean sun. So we now have this. I suppose we should now have this page. No, not copy of template. Yes, go right there. So it's either going to be all, or all. So here we are. This is probably going to be fairly common adposition. I mean, it's just a locative. Locative. It's just a locative. Okay, apparently it is locative. Okay. Now I need to edit out every time I've said locative in this video. So, it's our general locative preposition. So really, these are our 4 possible forms. So, full on. We're removing the onset and the coda and delengthening. I think it might end up being something like that. Okay, so here are our options. Sol. Or we could have all. Or we could have all. Or we could have sol, or all, or all. Stop. So which of these do we think is most likely? And we said this was dependent marking, I think. Yes, it's dependent marking. So then this is probably going to become a case suffix. In that case, we can skip that. Probably just say that. And now we need yet another sheet. This language is head final, so we are pretty likely to have postpositions in general. Don't have a word order. Alright. SOV. Are we going SOV? OSV? OVS? I'm sorry. Alright, I like to do number marking before cases, because it's probably older anyway, but do we want to dual? I mean, I kind of feel like I use them too often, but it might be fun. Not yet, but I'm going to evolve a dual, definitely. So we have our nominative, our accusative, genitive, dative. Actually, don't know about that either. And that is unless we're going ergative, but I do ergativity way too often because it's easier for me to understand. Yes, I am a native English speaker. The issue with lexical sources for number markers is that it really lends itself to an animacy split. Like, it's hard to come up with one thing that applies to multiple. So you could just say many, or you could reduplicate it. I don't know how I feel about reduplication. I mean, most languages do have it in some form, but I'm gonna probably make it derivational in this language. Alright, so we are choosing something that ideally does not have aw or a long vowel. Probably not a coda either, just to make it a bit more distinct from that word. I feel like it's multiple syllables then. Maybe awa? Iwa. I like the sound of iwa, honestly. Do we have a default? Oh, I forgot. So we can't have this, because it would need to be a short vowel. Alright, I'm fine with that. And now we can do iwa. And then we also get the stress there. I know an apostrophe is not the standard symbol, and I know I use the correct G and everything, but if you try to put the actual stress symbol in Google Sheets, it looks really weird, and I don't want to do that. So I wrestle with this every time I make a language, so. Alright, this is a bit confusing, but yeah, it's fine. Oh. Why did I delete the L? Okay. Yes, noun-like or verb-like adjectives. I'm going to say noun-like because I do verb-like adjectives a bit too often, I'd say. Adjectives are a whole nother thing. Yeah, I wanted to get a lot more done than I might have time for. I don't know. Wa. In Swahili, wa is the prefix to plural nouns in class. Well, it's the class 2 prefix, which is plural nouns that would otherwise take the class 1 prefix. I I've been trying to learn Swahili for a while now. Not much progress, but okay. Accusative, we are saving that for later, definitely. Now our verbs are following the subjects. So our soul there would also follow it. Something like this. I'm definitely going to elaborate on these definitions, but that will come at a later point. Yeah, you should never have this kind of thing surviving to your final version of your Conlang more than like once or twice, because, and it's rare. And that is about all the time I'm going to have. And that's about all the video I'm going to be able to fit on my computer for now, so I'm going to have to end this here. I hope all of you are having a great new year, and I will see you next time.